All right, it's behind the
That was
scenes.
fancy.
It's behind the scenes with Josh Rogers. How's it going?
What up? What up? Good to be back on here. Hop on and talk some Rockies baseball on this opening night. So what's up?
Living the good life. All right, Josh, real quick. Recall the teams you played for.
Every team I played for starting
As a pro.
As a pro. So I was with Staten Island Yankees, Charleston River Dogs, Tampa Yankees, Trenton Thunder, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Rail Riders. Got traded Norfolk Tides. Played for the Orioles. Back to Norfolk. Released. Played for the Rochester Red Wings. Played for the Nationals. Released. Played for Jumbo Shrimp. And then I played for the Albuquerque Isotopes and the Colorado Rockies.
And what was the best part of it?
Just getting to do it for, that long stretch. It's been pretty cool to see so many different parts of the country, so many different states, and that's not even including all the teams we played against too. It's crazy, but playing for that many teams was pretty cool.
What about Harrisburg?
Oh, I played for Harrisburg on a rehab. I played for them on a rehab assignment, and then I played for the AZL Rockies on a rehab assignment. I think that's it though. I forgot Harrisburg. Harrisburg sucked. Oh my god, it sucked. I hate Harrisburg. It's on this little it's on an
Worse
island.
than being a jumbo shrimp?
Oh yeah, terrible. Jacksonville's way better. But Harrisburg, so it's on a little island. It is old. It's old. They need to blow that place up and start over. It's bad. And I pitched terrible. I'm on a rehab assignment. It's my first major league rehab assignment ever. So, you know what I mean? Everybody's trying to get, they're trying to get to me. And, I just got absolutely torched. I think I gave up 5, 6, 7 runs to the Erie Seawolves. Smacked me around the park. Never made it back to the big leagues either. Got sent to Rochester next week. Boom, designated. I was done. Toast. So, the Erie Seawolves kind of ended that run with the Washington Nationals for me. It sucked.
Yeah, Seawolves got me too. All right, so how are we feeling about the Nolan trade to Cleveland?
I think that was a crazy move, to be honest.
I
think it shocked everybody. You know what I mean? It was not it's definitely not it wasn't in the books. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know really what.
No, yeah, definitely not ideal. But obviously, the reports were talking about that he and Freeman were actually talking to one another as they were getting traded.
Yeah, I guess because I know they're tight. So I guess when Nolan got taken out of the game, I think they told him hey, you're getting traded. So he started hitting his boys up holy shit, I'm getting traded. This is crazy. So luckily for him, it's a situation where he goes back to the team that drafted him. He knows everybody in the organization. From the coaches to the other players, and he's an established major league player. He's going to be fine. It obviously sucks because I think he had a bright future, with the Coors Field thing and playing in Denver. And I know that stretch he had in 23 was nuts. So hopefully he gets back to himself. And I don't know Freeman that well, or not even. I don't know him personally or anything like that, but I know Nolan's.
No, yeah, it's there's a lot of feelings out there for sure.
Yeah,
from the Rockies point, at least from the fan base. So I don't know. I guess if you're trying to think about it from Freeman's mindset coming into the Colorado clubhouse, I don't know. How do you come into that?
Just as a new player, switching clubhouses or going to a place up unfamiliar territory, it's it's always everybody's different. I'm the loud guy that doesn't shut the hell up. So people probably are wanting me to shut up all the time, but I'm always talking. So it's it was always kind of not an easy transition for me, but people would probably think I'm super comfortable everywhere I've been, because I'm just that's just my personality. I'm not comfortable. It's just want to have fun and want to have friends, and I'm not going to try to have a miserable time. But I mean, some people are like introverted and like don't like the social aspect, or they have like one or two friends when they're like on a team or they're coming up through the minor leagues with that are like good buddies, and they just don't they don't want to make new friends, and they don't want new friends. So, but the Denver clubhouse is it's got to be one of the easiest clubhouses. Like the guys are the best. Like those are some good dudes. Like they'll take anybody and with open arms, and the veteran guys are they're young. So other than like KB, KB's probably a little older than everybody, but what's he, like 34? He's still pretty young. So I mean, like just with the core guys like Mack and Freeland and Gomber, and like all those dudes are tight. So I think Freeman will be totally fine.
Yeah, and it's really interesting about some late moves that were made. So Mickey being added, and then you're thinking about Veen not making the team. When we, as fans, we're hoping that he would, and I think we talked a little bit. He'll probably be there soon. Sooner
Yeah.
rather than later. So I mean, like, what's kind of the mindset of that? How do you feel about those kind of moves and Nick Martini? It's just interesting. It's hard to understand from a fan's perspective because we want the young guys to play and like let's get this rebuild going on, and it's just difficult to understand.
I don't know. That's I think that's like as even from a player side, it's like kind of you question maybe what the front office is doing, or you question like just what the organization, kind of the vision for the organization, like what are they trying to do? Not knocking any of the players that they're acquiring or like trying to get like but a lot of teams, you've seen it, how you just you shift to that youth movement and you just send them out there and let them play. But I think the mindset of the Rockies are, there's a bunch of grinders in the clubhouse, and there's people who want to win. Not saying that letting the young kids play like doesn't give you the best chance, but you kind of know what you're going to get from some of these, more of established guys who've been around, and to just for them to get an opportunity, it's good for guys like me and being older. But from like a fan's perspective of the Rockies, yeah, you want to see Zach Veen playing every day, especially when Nolan's not going to be there. But hey, you pick up a former number 1 overall pick and Mickey, and he had a really good stretch there with the Angels last year. He gets, he wins his arbitration case, and they cut him on the last day of camp. It's just like the business side of it sucks.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm kind of asking, like, do you see the perspective of the front office making these moves? Like, does it make sense to you, or does it, or does
I
it
mean, to me, it's just like a washed up bum left-handed pitcher out of the game right now. I mean, no, it doesn't make sense to me. But I'm not in the meetings, and I don't know what Schmitty and Buddy and what those guys are like, thinking, or what their direction is. Like, sure, I mean, I'm sure maybe they wait until they feel like they can really make a push or really win more games or compete in the division before you kind of start those guys' clock. I don't know. Maybe they just feel like they want him to get every day at bats, and they're not ready to give him every day at bats in the big leagues yet. There's different reasonings for staffs and organizations to go in the directions they do. And I mean, you take guys like, I mean, you even look like, I know I'm going to be glazing Dolander again, but like, he's been ready. Like, there's no reason for Dolander not to pitch in the major leagues. If Paul Skeens is pitching in the major leagues, Dolander can pitch in the major leagues. Like, so it's just everybody has a path and a direction kind of where they might want to line these guys up and let them run. Like the Orioles, I think, did the best example of it, kind of with the Adley and Mountcastle, and then you get Westberg and Gunner, and it's a good time to align them all, and they're all going to be kind of on the same trajectory. So maybe that's what they want to do. I'd love to ask them and kind of know those things. But as players, we always want to know. Fans too. I mean, everybody wants to know, but you're never going to get the real answer or the direct answer.
Yeah, a lot of business comes into it, but like, so thinking about Veen specifically, what would be a possible negative of calling him up this early in the season?
I mean, if you want to look like down the line, like talking like arbitration and free agency, like I don't know like how the service time, perfectly works for that like manipulation where you gain an extra year of control of a guy, if you wait like 30 to 40 days and teams aren't supposed to do it, but you look around the league and everybody does it and it's getting better to where teams aren't doing that. Because the last CBA we put some stuff in there. It's like if like Skeens last year doesn't debut or doesn't make the team out of camp, but wins the Cy Young or whatever it is and wins Rookie of the Year and he gets a full year of service time regardless. So the service time manipulation is tough. Like if Veen's to come up like in the first month, late month or second month of the season, and he wins Rookie of the Year, like he'll still get a full year of service time. So that's kind of prevented that kind of thing. But I would think that would be the only thing is just like, hey, let's just let him get every day at bats. Let's see if he's had a little track record of kind of missing some time. I mean, that's just unfortunate and part of the game. Everybody misses some time, at some point. So hopefully he's healthy again, plays another 150, 155. And I mean, Zach's a guy that's going to want to play every night. So as long as he's healthy. But I don't know a negative. I can't really think of like a beneficial thing for them to be like, man, like let's not let Zach start on the team. But it is what it is. He's young, man. He's fine. He's got plenty of time.
Yeah, it's got to be like a clock thing, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and it's frustrating. I'm sure he's frustrated. Like he had such a great camp. Like, he's probably bummed out that he didn't. But he's such a grinder. He's positive. He'll be all
right. So like the Martini pickup, Mickey Moniak, like right before the season, like those are kind of. Mickey's 26 and he put up one good year in Los Angeles or with the Angels, which was fantastic. And I actually really like him as a player, but like, do you see him like being an X factor of some sort or Martini like contributing? Like, it's just troubling trying to figure out like how those guys make so much of a difference over just calling a Veen, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think, like I said, the kid was drafted. He was the first overall pick, and he's, he was a high prospect, just like Veen was. And how old's Veen? Veen 24? 23, maybe? Probably 23. I'm not 100% how old he is, but so, I mean, Mickey's already, he's already in first or second year of ARB. Like, he's got service time. He's at this point, he is pretty much established in the big leagues. He's a left-handed bat. Like, I mean, just as much upside as like Zach you would have thought like, Veen has as well. So, I mean, you maybe just take a flyer on him. It's just like you basically just swap him and Nolan. It's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Veen's 23. To your point, Mickey was a first round pick and he got some early playing time with Philadelphia. Did okay, but, went to Los Angeles. He did put up a really good season with Los Angeles. But it was just one, out of the four that he's played. But, playing in Colorado, I mean, as a hitter, like that would be your fantasy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
for sure.
if you're a hitter, you would want to play in Colorado. So, and I really like Mickey, like on an emotional level, maybe not like rationally, looking at the statistics and all that stuff. But I don't know. It just seems like starting Veen over that seemed like the better option, but whatever. I'm not Billy Schmidt, so
yeah.
Guess I can't speak to that very well. But
yeah,
anyway,
I don't know. Like, I think he'll be fine. I don't know what that does, to call up Veen and to call up these guys because you add some more outfield depth and like I don't know if it delays it another month, another 2 months, but I mean. Regardless, Zach's gonna have to go to AAA and play well. Like, you know what I mean? He's gonna need to still do well. He's not just like, hey, we're gonna call him up on the 15th day of the season. Like, he's gonna need to earn it, and he knows that. And he's a grinder, man. He's gonna do
it. No, the way he plays, it's just there's a fire there that even if he he's called up a month later or whatever, I feel like he's gonna make an impact whenever he comes up, and it's gonna be fantastic. So
me too.
I'm excited to watch him. Right. And I love the way Beck plays. His spring training wasn't all that great. But anytime, I just remember him flipping the bird in Tennessee and okay, yeah, I dig that.
He's a dog, bro. He's good. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a pro. Like, he's so mature, and I think he is the same age as Veen. Like, they're the same. So I mean, the future's like bright, man. They got some good players, some super talented players with high upside. I mean, I think right now, like, I mean, from what I saw in AAA last year, I mean, JB was given pro at bats. He's given the big league at bats. Like, I mean, he commands the strike zone. He can hit for power, and he's a dude that wants to win. Like, I talked to him in the dugout a bunch, and he just wants to win, man. Like, he's coming from that Tennessee culture and that College World Series grind. Like, it's cool. It's refreshing to see. Like, it's like you play pro ball over and over, years and years in the minor leagues. It's like, holy cow, like, it wears on you. And that competitiveness, not that you're not like throwing in the towel, you don't care whether you win or lose, but the seasons are long. If you're playing a game in late July, it's 105 and you're down 7-1, it's like, are we going to fight and come back, or are we going to just play tomorrow? And, to see like the young guys and, people who have that competitive drive, like, is refreshing. It's cool to see. Not that I'm saying like guys don't, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just a long year, but Jordan's not like that. He's like, he wants to win. Him and, Romo talks about it a lot, like, trying to change the culture type thing. He's funny. Tony's funny.
Exactly. It reminds me of Troy Tulowitzki in a lot of ways. Coming out of Long Beach State, like, yeah, he was really good, but like, he was such a leader in the fact that it was just about winning ball games. Like, that's all it was. Like, it didn't matter how, when, where, whatever. It's about winning ball games.
Yeah.
So that's super refreshing to see, but it is disappointing to see that we keep going back to, and 2 weeks ago, I was super excited that, like, okay, we're finally going to let the young guys play. And then all of a sudden we're signing veteran guys who are good ball players, but it's not let the young guys play anymore. And I was looking at the opening day lineup. I was looking at the staff and all of that. And, like, there's a couple of young guys in there, but not as much as I would hope to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, you got Chriswell gets hurt, and, you leave Jaden doesn't make the team. I mean, they've got some. I like the bullpen a lot, though. I mean, TK coming back. I mean, I think he's going to have a really good year. He got screwed last year, man. He pitched so much better than his numbers were. Just, it was so unfortunate because TK is the man. So, I mean, I like that. I mean, they get rid of J-Law, throw him on waivers, and he's with Pittsburgh now. So it's like you kind of moved on from him, and you move Halverson in, Vic Vaught. His year 2 for him could be really good. Luis Peralta's crazy good.
Yeah. No, the bullpen, like, that is actually the most exciting part. Is you actually have some young guys in there, guys that are throwing 99 plus, and that's really refreshing. But it's the offensive side. It's just like you have an opportunity to start some of these young, really exciting guys, and then all of a sudden, and no knock against Martini, he's a good player, and Moniak, he's a good player, but, like, why don't we just let the young guys play? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's like a lot. I mean, I'm sure Mickey and, Martini aren't thinking that, but like some of the guys in the clubhouse are for sure probably like, wow, it's a different type. That's not. It's just not what you expect. You expect
exactly.
If you trade Nolan, and then, but like also we don't know the ins and outs. Like, Bill could have known, like, they could have known Moniak was on waivers, and they can like not tell you, and like he could have known that and kind of like said, hey, we'll go, we'll think in our minds, hey, this could be they might be thinking, hey, this is an upgrade. So like we'll trade, Tyro gets hurt, Freeman can play everywhere, so let's trade Nolan for Freeman straight up, claim Moniak, and then we kind of like, put together. I mean, that could have happened. I don't know. Like, that's the part that fans don't know. Like, Bill could have, they could talk and be like, hey, they're going to shop Moniak, and he's probably not going to make the club. Like, and it's like, oh, well, maybe we can get him somehow, So
no, you're exactly right. And it's Monday morning quarterback,
Yeah.
So, and the bad part about it is, like, so you see the fans' reaction, they don't know all the details, blah, blah, blah. But, like, as soon as Moniak starts raking, they're going to be their biggest fan. right?
Right. And then
So,
Bill's the man, you know. And
yeah,
if Nolan hits 320
exactly.
and 35, people are going to be pissed.
Exactly.
But because that's what can happen. Like if Nolan's healthy and plays a full season, like he's a big time player. He was in 2023. He's one of the best players
Yes,
in the big leagues.
absolutely.
I mean, he's
Yes.
one of the best.
No
He was one
question.
of the best players in the big leagues. Like I
No
don't
question.
care who you put him up against. You could say he's playing in Colorado, but he's hitting balls 500 feet, and he was one of the best players. I mean,
No question. Yeah, no question. That's why people are upset.
yeah,
Because
no, I know.
they're expecting the 23 Nolan. You know what I mean?
But I mean, Nolan. I mean, that's one of my buddies. Like, but he wasn't healthy, last year, and he dealt with some stuff, and I think he's in a great spot right now. From hearing from him, and talking to, I talked to Pacheco and him are boys. I'm boys with Nolan. I'm boys with Chriswell, and man, Nolan's ready to go. Like Nolan was ready to go. He had a game the other night. He was 4 for 4 in spring. Like, who cares about spring? He's a big leaguer. He's hits walk-off home runs for you, man. Like, no, I hate to see Nolan go for the Rockies' sake, but for Nolan's sake, go turn up, Nolan. Like, go do it.
There's no question about that. And even if he wasn't hitting all that well, he was still throwing 102 from the outfield, gunning people out. Like,
so I'm saying, I told you he ain't no third baseman, but they got Jose Ramirez, so he can go play the outfield, so he'll be fine.
I mean, the defensive highlights will be fantastic. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and they got Lane Thomas over there too. Play with him in DC. He's a solid dude, solid outfielder. They're good. Nolan. You don't get to go play for like winning teams. Like that's the thing. Like we and Chriswell talked about it, and we're like, man, like Nolan, like it's as bad as it sucks. Like and you got all your boys and you're comfortable here. It's like, hey, you got a chance to go play for a winning team. And I don't think Nolan was he's not like sad or down in the dumps. Like, it's just like, it is emotional when you get traded. And it's like, it's probably really weird that he's getting traded back to the team that traded him already. It's
exactly.
It's like you break up with your girlfriend and you go date a new girl and then you back with them. It's like, well, this is kind of odd. You got to go back to the family Thanksgiving for the first time. Like,
Yeah. Well, as much as I love the Rockies, they're not competing for the NL West.
Right. So good for Nolan. Get to go compete, play for a World Series, man. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's just shift to the rotation here. How are we feeling about that?
I mean, damn, if Senzatella pitches like he did in spring, he'll win the Cy Young.
Well,
I mean, they threw it well. And I mean, but it always just comes down to the thing, man. They're going to pitch at altitude. Like, their numbers are going to be not as good as some of these other guys, but it doesn't mean they can't, do really well. And I think with Senza being healthy, Markey being healthy, Free being healthy, Feltner being healthy, who's the fifth guy? Is Blaylock? Did Blaylock make the fifth? Is he the fifth guy?
Yeah, he's the long reliever. So he'll make some starts for sure.
Yeah,
and then Feltner's
down,
which is interesting. Gomber being down. But it's just so, being educated about the game, pitching at altitude, and then pitching at away games. It's just so difficult, right?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's tough. Like the altitude, like I said, is no joke. Like that's why I said I was in that other league, and I look at these guys' numbers, and I'm like, this is crazy. But experience it is such a difference. It's a game changer. But it's just like, you got to take your 5 innings, 3-4 runs, and be happy with it. Some nights, I mean, you just have to. Like, the ball just leaves the park on stuff that it shouldn't. I watched Ryan McMahon hit a ball like 89 miles an hour backside homer last year in Coors. I said, that's crazy. Crazy. Looking at it on the iPad, like that was 88 miles an hour off the bat, like 40-degree launch or something stupid. And it's like, it's a homer. Like, that guy out there on the mound's sick. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And it's difficult because, people try to put analytics to like, okay, if you just throw really hard at Coors, you'll be good. That's not necessarily the case, right?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody, to be honest, I don't think anybody's figured it out. Like Freeland had a crazy 30 start stretch there. We had like a 2.3 or 2.8 ERA that year. I think it was until 2019 or 2019 probably. right before COVID. I think he had a crazy year. It was one of his before he signed his extension. That was one of the first things I told Kyle when I met him. I said, "Hey, you should have won the Cy Young that year." After I pitched in Albuquerque for you, I said, "You should have won the Cy Young."
Yep. Yeah, that was the year he got fourth. And the best Rockies pitcher in Coors Field is Jorge De La Rosa, who was like an offshoot from the Royals. It's just really weird. Like nobody's figured out. So they say you throw hard, it's going to be good, and then people throw hard and it doesn't turn out. People with good changeups, so on and so forth. Like it's just like, but the Rockies' attitude is, well, just go pitch well and you'll be fine. And people try to do analytics and all of this. It's like nobody can figure it out, whether you're doing the analytical side or if you're just like trying to pitch well. It's just like nobody's going to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, being in the organization, they're definitely not as analytical as some other teams. Like they don't like the analytics.
That's what I understand.
They're out on the analytics, and that's fine. Like, they have their ways and their philosophies of what they think work, and
Well, and to their credit, like the people that do the analytics still haven't figured it out. It's cherry picking. Like they cherry pick a person that did well, and they're like, okay, we'll just replicate this. Well, then you have another person that did the exact same thing, and they were horrible.
Yeah, it's just a crazy dynamic of like pitch, like how the ball carries in the summertime there. Like it really is crazy. Like you're losing so many inches on your fastball's horizontal break and your vertical break, and it sucks. Like it just is what it is. You could throw like a 22-inch rod heater in Tampa, and then you come to Coors and it's like 16 or 15, and it's getting turned around. And it could be 98. It doesn't matter. Like if you get Feltner talking about this, let him talk about the altitude. It sucks.
Yeah, it's so unappealing. Obviously,
and it's every pitcher. Like I said, Freeland had that crazy year, but like it's not like it doesn't. You just get over it, honestly. Like these guys who've been doing it for like Senza and them, they don't even care. Like they don't even care anymore because they just know and expect it. It's like people who are coming into it and haven't experienced it. It's crazy, and you got to be so mentally tough. And like I told y'all, in 23, I was the smallest mental midget you've ever seen. Like I was pissed. Halfway through that year of just like, holy cow, like it's not getting any better. And Mahalik was just dogging me like, hey, you got to make an adjustment, brother. Like you got to figure it out. It's like, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you just got to grab the ball and be like, all right, I got to nut up and like figure this out. Like, you know what I mean? Or it could just consume you. And the guys in the big leagues, like it's just, everybody just knows. But the visiting teams and people coming over, it's wild.
Yeah, and back in the 90s, like when you had the Bombers, Blake Street Bombers, it was, you could do that, just let it rip and say, let it be. But now that the offense is, not to be an asshole, but it's not what it used to be. So when you're pitching at altitude and your offense isn't going to be that most outstanding on that day, like it's just very, very difficult, I think.
Yeah, regardless, you're just gonna have to put up runs in Coors Field to win the game. Whether you're the Rockies or a visiting opponent, like you're gonna have to score runs. I think I know in Isotope Park or whatever in AAA, there's only been like 3 like 1-0 games there ever or something like that, like something stupid. Like you don't play 1-0, 2-1 ball games in these parks. Like you could be down 7 runs and score it in the 8th, and win it in the 9th, or you could be the Dodgers and win it in the 9th and score 8 runs. It's like it happens. Like people on TV think, oh my God, this is crazy. This is nuts. Like, they scored 8 runs. The Rockies suck, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, like y'all have no clue what's going on. Like it happens. Like not every night, but like it can easily happen on a summer night in Albuquerque or Denver. You can put up 6 to 8 runs in an inning. Like, boop, you just gave up 6.
No, exactly. And I just wrote an article about Hideo Nomo throwing a no-hitter in Coors Field pre-humidor. And that is like insane to even.
Is that the only one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was pre-humidor. And they put
nuts.
that stuff in, and you're like, okay, well, maybe one more could happen someday. Not even close.
I wonder how we'll have to look up how many complete game shutouts there's been there.
Yeah,
because I don't think it's a
exactly.
lot. I don't think it's a lot.
So small, and it's crazy because Coors Field has, I think, I was reading an article by Tom Harding, and since Coors opened in '95, there's been 18 cycles, I think, and the Red Sox field
Fenway.
has, yeah, Fenway has 18 since 1918. Like,
It's
that's
wild.
insane. It's absolutely insane. Like,
It sucks.
baseball is
That's what it
just
does. It sucks. It sucks.
yeah, and like it's just so hard to like approach it from an analytical standpoint and building your team around that. And especially from the Rockies front office standpoint where they're just like, "Oh, well, just go play baseball." Well, baseball is so much different at where you play it at.
And I think I don't think because other teams don't deal with it, so they don't like care to like
Exactly.
research it or
No,
to know about
absolutely
it,
not.
right? And so
Yes.
you see a lot of these guys like with the Rockies getting designated, okay? Like a lot of arms like getting cycled through designated. Like, yes, there's guys who have like wow stuff. So if you designate them, any team's going to claim them. But you also have a handful of guys who get designated with inflated numbers. I am not talking about myself either at all. This is not about me. This is about just like guys in general that get designated and have inflated numbers, and they don't get claimed because those numbers are inflated. And it's like I'm not gonna use his name, but like he was designated last year, good buddy. He's calling on teams, and they're like, dude, like you're not pitching that great. Like your numbers aren't that good. And it's like, dude, I'm at altitude. Like I'm actually pitching way better than what you think. Like they just don't credit it, and it's like it's like you drive a new car off the lot, it loses its value. It's like
Yeah.
you don't
Exactly.
care, like it's over. But I'm telling you, man, like I don't think teams. I mean, they just like, oh, you play for the Rockies, like we're not going to claim you type thing. I think.
Well,
So
I'm
it sucks
always
because it's like it's hard, and for some of these guys to get jobs in the next seasons or whatever, and it's like that's why people in the past I feel like haven't wanted to sign with Colorado.
no, that's absolutely a
Yeah.
huge problem. I think about Yancy Almonte, who was a fantastic pitcher. He was fine with Colorado, but then he went to the Dodgers and he pitched out of the bullpen, and he had like a 1.79 ERA throughout the year.
Watch
And
Noah Davis this year. Watch what happens.
absolutely,
You know what I
totally.
mean? Did you see where he just got acquired?
No, I did not.
He just got traded to the Dodgers today.
Yeah.
So he
So
opted out. He had like I think he had a clause. I'm sure he had a clause at the end of spring, so he didn't make the Red Sox team. He was in Major League camp with them, pitched pretty well, and then the Dodgers just traded for him. So he's headed to the Blue. So just watch, just like watch what they can do with Let's see what like hey he does not at altitude type thing because he's only pitched at altitude for his whole career. So
absolutely.
he's got good stuff. He's good.
So there's been 22 shutouts at Coors, and apparently Aaron Cook had a 79 pitch shutty.
That's insane,
Isn't it?
That's really AC. That's really good from him. Really good.
Extremely good. All right. So, Aaron, what else we got here? You're muted.
You want to do our over-unders picks?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to pull that up right now.
Yeah, the picture. I'll make it really big.
I see it. I got it. Brenton Doyle total homers, 21.5.
That's an over for sure.
I'll take the under. I love you, BD, but I'm taking the under.
All right, Doyle total RBIs, 67.5. That's an over for me.
I'll take the over.
Total runs scored by Doyle, 73. He's hitting from the 3 spot, I believe. So, I mean,
that's a lot of runs.
Yeah, from
how many runs are we scoring a game? I hope a lot. I hope the boys bang.
Well, if you're playing at Coors, then it's 8 runs. If you're on the road, then it's 2, maybe 1.
See, Tovey Toby's homers, 21.5.
That's an over.
So now we're going to – so how many guys are hitting 20?
Tovar, Big Mike. I mean,
Doyle. Mac.
Yeah, I was going to say Mac, but Mac – I love Mac, but
Max hit 15 in the first half the last like 4 seasons or something like that. He always hits like 15 in the first half, but I don't know what he's finished with.
I'm going under for Mac.
18.5 homers. I'll take Mac's season total home runs over 18.5 mortal lock. That's my pick of this slate right here. Mac's hitting 20 this year. Book it.
He's definitely getting over 65.5 RBIs.
Book it. He's hitting over 18 homers. Book it. I'll take that.
I
might even parlay it with Toge's homers. Are these real lines?
Yes. And Big Mike's homers at 22.5. That's crazy.
Big Mike hitting 35.
Yes, he'll be doing great.
Mac hasn't had 20 homers in the last 5 seasons. Goody. Yeah, what's Goody's over under? It depends if they let Goody play. They gotta let Goody play. If they let Goody play, Goody will hit 40 homers. He has 500 at bats.
Well, based on our last conversation, you said Goody's swing is one of the best that the players have seen. So
Goody hits 40 homers. He has 500 at bats. I would find an alternate line and fly to Vegas and bet that. If I knew that they would let Goodman have 500 at bats, he hit 40 homers. No, 100%.
Okay, how about 400 at bats?
And 400 at bats? He'll hit
Yes.
30. He'll hit 30. Easy. Goody hit 30. Goody hit 30. Easy. If he's healthy, he hits 30 easy.
I want you to know, just based on our last conversation, I went into a fantasy baseball draft and overpaid for Goody.
Yeah,
just because of how you talked up his swing.
I'm a Hunter fan.
I went from $1 to $13 in an auction draft just to get Goody.
I'm a Goody fan. They let him play. I don't know where he's going to play. He's going to DH? No, maybe.
He can DH. He can catch. He can play outfield.
So is he going to be? So he's going to be the backup catcher, and Stallings is going to be the everyday guy.
That's my understanding.
So Goody ain't getting 400 at bats yet.
Well,
he's gonna rake. They gotta let him hit, man. They gotta let him.
And he's gonna hit. He's gonna do all of that.
That sucks. He's gonna do all. Hey, pinch hitting sucks.
I know.
Them pinch hitting sucks for these guys. Dude. They've been chilling, eating seeds, eating jerky, Rice Krispie treats in the dugout, and they got to
go down in the tunnel, get some swings, come back up, maybe get the call. I understand.
All right, he had 281 at bats last year. So if he has 400 at bats, he hits 30 homers. When Hunter Goodman gets hot, when he's hot, he's better than Mike Trout when he's hot. I swear.
He hit 5 homers in September, and there was a couple game stretch where he hit 3 homers in like a 2 weekend series or something like that. So yes, absolutely, you can get it on.
I'm telling you, man. I watch him hit.
He's versatile.
Watch him hit in Oklahoma City. That's like a graveyard in the PCL. This man, dude, Goodman's crazy. When he gets hot, he's crazy. I'm glazing him hard right now, but I'm telling you, if he gets hot, forget it. He'll hit 7 homers in a week. Easy.
Yes, easy. I'm glazing him hard too because
let's go. What do y'all call him? Your mother's favorite player or something like that?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, he is. He's him.
He is.
Shout out to Goody. He always gonna have a huge dip in too. I'm gonna throw him under the bus because he needs to stop.
All right, we'll get him on the Zins or
yeah. He gonna be pissed at me if he ever sees this. He'll be mad. But that's my boy. He's great. We lived together last year in Albuquerque. So him and his wife and my wife are good friends, and they're good people. Good old country boy from Memphis. But boy, he can hit. That boy can hit.
Yeah, he's got a good hard swing. There's no doubt about that. So if he can just have like a good swing selection.
Where y'all at on Tony? Where y'all at on Tony Romo, man? Y'all like him or no?
No, we love him. I don't know if I could say this, but we talked to his parents on social media. Maybe I don't know.
You do?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, Tony's fantastic. Like we're really excited about him. we'll see where he ends up, I guess. But I mean, we want a chance to see.
Tony could catch, bro.
Well, he can catch, he can hit, switch hits. Like, that's crazy.
Catch. He's a good receiver. He really is good, and he's getting a lot better. He's young. I'm a big Tony fan. Yeah, it's a big deal. It sucks. I mean, Drew's worked hard on his throwing. He's asking about how he's throwing back to the pitcher. It's tough. But I mean, he's worked really hard on it, and he's come a long way so far. And from the kid I saw at the beginning of last year in Albuquerque to the kid that got called up at the end of the year, I think was a big difference. I think the bat's the bat. He's bat the ball's crazy good. It's almost too good, unfortunately, because he won't swing and miss. He'll the first 2 weeks of AAA, he saw like 12 pitches and like 16 at bats. Like, it was insane. Like, every pitch, dude's just swinging and he's making contact with it, and he was not getting a hit. Like, he got off to a slow start, and then oh my God, he had like 23 hits in a week, like something stupid. Like, he was like 9 for 9 at one point, like couldn't get out. And it's like, oh my God, that's why he's swinging on every pitch. But I mean, his approach, his whole game is going to develop. He's young, man. He's a good kid, winner, wants to win. Like, he's got a great personality. He's a great kid. I love Tony. I actually gave him that nickname in 2023. I called him Tony, and people thought it was funny. So, I mean, it's not like a super creative nickname. Obviously, his last name's Romo. People are going to call him that anyway. But I started calling him Tony. So that's my boy.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Like, we just want to see the kids play. And Stallings, he was fantastic last year. That was a bit of a surprise for everybody. So if you can do that again, that's fantastic. But again, you're part of a club that's trying to rebuild and get a youth movement going on. So let's let the kids play. But
yeah, and even if Jacob doesn't catch, if he's the starting catcher, for the first 2 months of the season, or whatever, I'm not saying he shouldn't be the starter. Stallings he's a Gold Glove catcher. He's incredible. And I love Jacob.
Yes.
Don't love him as a person, but he understands. He's been the role of the backup catcher. He spoke about it and knows if he, if and when that time comes, hey, I'm here to, provide information, to our older pitchers and to the younger catchers and help them develop. And when his time's called, he's a pro, man. He's ready to rumble and he's getting hits. And I think Jacob's always hit. Y'all need to look up Jacob Stallings' stats off me, because I think his OPS is like 1,800 and he probably hits 650. I tried to get him out in Indianapolis back in 2018, and it was a joke. I had no shot. Double, triple, double. I can't get Jacob Stallings out. So
no, he's fantastic. He deserves to be a backup catcher on a really competing team.
Yeah, that's fine too. But I mean, I think he loves Buddy, and he loves the Rockies, and the Rockies love him, and the guys love him, and I think I think he's a perfect person also to help Goody and help Drew and help guys for Drew, to how to be a major league catcher, how to be a major league player. Like, Jacob Stallings is a perfect, great example for some of these young guys to kind of have that mentor, as that mentor. Nothing against Diaz. Diaz is a great catcher too, but I think Jake probably would relate to Tony better than, Diaz. And he's not as expensive. Jacob Stallings 1 for 3 with a walk, 333, double though for sure, double or triple. Nah, not triple. He can't run. Double. Yeah, clipped it. I remember it wasn't good. I didn't want to pitch to him. So I'm excited. I think the boys are going to win tomorrow for sure. I like them tomorrow. Opening day at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Yeah, go ahead and lock them in tomorrow too. Freeman on the
year. There's no reason to not be optimistic. It's just let them play. Let's see where it goes and have fun with it.
I agree. Freeland will be good tomorrow. Get the boys out. Let's go. 2-1 in this series. It's a 3-game set. 2-1. Get off a good little series win, Tampa, and let's get them rolling.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that we start the day and we're already a game and a half back.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. The boys in blue are good.
But it's fine. We're all going to play the same amount of games, so.
Yeah, long season. Don't have to win the division, So
No, exactly. Just got to squeak in there.
yeah, for sure. But,
And we'll be good.
all right, brother.
All right, Josh. Well, it's great to hang out, talk some ball. Always appreciate you. Aaron's asking who dongs.
Homers tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who's pitching for them? Poche or no, not Poche. He's with the Nationals. Who's pitching for them tomorrow?
Yeah, Mike. Who's pitching for them?
For the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not sure. I just know Freeland's pitching, but that's going to dictate who I pick for the homer. Dodgers boy. Righty. If Goody plays, I'm picking Goody. I think Goody homered off his dude in Oklahoma City.
Pepio.
I'm pretty sure he's from the Dodgers. Taj Bradley. Ooh,
He's game 3.
that boy's cold.
So you got Ryan
And
Pepio.
McClanahan's hurt. I think he got hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, I hurt his elbow again. Hope he gets healthy. He's disgusting too. I wonder if Zach Littell's in their rotation too. I think he probably won't pitch game 2. I don't know. Tampa always got crazy on Littell's pitching game 2. He's their 2 starter.
Yep.
Good for Zach.
All right, you still going Goody or what?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll take Hunter. If he plays, hell, he probably ain't even playing. They probably going to let him watch the game tomorrow. They're going to let Hunter go and watch the game tomorrow. He's going to hit a homer.
I'm going to go
Nah.
McMahon.
You going Mac?
All right. He's going Yak Sauce.
All right, I like it. All right. That's our predictions. This is going to be an embarrassment.
All right.
Oh, you'll see. I mean, the boys will be out there to play, man. They're gonna compete. Don't be shocked when they win. Don't be shocked when they win these series.
First pitch, we're dooming.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying we're gonna win 100 games.
I'm not saying we'll win the pennant, but
they're gonna compete, and they're gonna be a hell of a lot better than they were the last couple of years. I promise you that.
Yes, I think we are not losing 100 games, so that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, we're not sitting on here saying the Rockies are going to win the World Series. So chill out in the comments, Relax.
Chill.
It's all good. We're just shooting the shit, talking some Rockies ball, making our predictions. It's all good, man.
Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna have fun with it.
Yeah, let's go, Hunter.
We'll pick out those individual moments where everybody get behind, right?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why can't we pull for our boys and think they're going to do good? I mean, I think the Lakers are going to win the NBA championship. They probably aren't, but I'm going to keep rooting for them.
Yeah.
Are you a Nuggets fan?
Hell yeah. I don't. Hell yeah. I don't know how. I don't like that Lakers talk, bro.
Lakers, baby.
Aaron, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Cut it.